I'm not sure the intent of this comment, but I definitely agree that exonerations are pretty rare. With that said, exonerations are not the only way that you get out of prison, even when you're wrongfully convicted. So if you're an exoneree, then you get, like, if they have a monetary program there where they pay you per year that you were there or whatever. I mean, of course, if you can get that, that's great. But at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's about getting the conviction overturned so that your loved one can be home because they are actually wrongfully convicted. So whatever way you can get that is how you're going to take it. And not everybody is going to have the opportunity to become an exoneree. Some people are just going to have to take it via the other avenues of making this happen. So you could get your case overturned in an appeals process, like the appeals process that we're in. You can get your case overturned and then they just decide they're never going to try it again because they don't actually have the evidence that they thought they have, right? That's one option. You could actually get the charges dropped if you can actually prove a whole bunch of police corruption or things like that. Or of course, there's always the people who are just getting it overturned on a technicality, but they're not actually bringing really cold hard evidence to the table to say, hey, listen, this person is probably wrongfully convicted. And you have to understand, at this point, everything is viewed in light most favorable to the prosecution. So the standard is a lot harder to prove your innocence now than it was at trial. But at trial, when you're young and you're dumb and you don't have access to stuff, then it is what it is. Or if, say, the prosecution was dirty or the police officers or whatever, all of that plays into that initial conviction that you may not have control over. So I started looking at the numbers for appeals because I hear people say, there's no reason to do appeals. Nobody gets appeals. They never win. And that's not true. So you figure we have about 2.2 million people that are locked up currently. And on an annual basis, the numbers that I found, and they may vary a little bit, but the numbers that I found on a federal level, it's 6.9% annually will be overturned on appeal. So that's 800,000. So that's a lot of people that are going to get relief on appeal. Then when you go to the state level, it's 15%, which equals out to 330,000. So when you add your number with those numbers, it's right under 500,000 people annually that are getting relief in the system. And I guarantee you a lot of those people are wrongfully convicted. Just because they don't make it on the list of exonerees doesn't make it any less a fact that they were wrongfully convicted.